Imagine a life where you are never swayed by temptations, where every day unfolds seamlessly and your every decision is impeccable. However, reality doesn't grant such an ideal existence. Mistakes and regrettable actions are inevitable aspects of life. Stoicism, in theory, is a philosophy, but in practice, it serves as a comprehensive guide for living. The Stoics understood that life is intricate and brimming with challenges that constantly test us, so they devised rules to keep us on a righteous path. In this extensive discussion, I will share 11 timeless principles I follow to become the best version of myself. These rules were established by Stoic philosophers over 2 millennia ago and have stood the test of time, aiding countless individuals. Stay with me until the end to discover these principles and how you can integrate them into your life. Before we dive in, I would be grateful if you could like this video to support the spread of this philosophy. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and activate the notification bell to ensure you don't miss any of our future content. Rule 1. Master your morning. One of the most memorable sections of Marcus Aurelius's Meditations involves a dialogue he has with himself at the beginning of Book 5. He understands he must rise from bed, yet he longs to remain under the warm covers. This struggle is highly relatable, but it's also impressive, considering that Marcus Aurelius, an emperor, had no actual obligations pressing him. Previous emperors had often relinquished their duties to indulge in a life of luxury. However, Marcus Aurelius compelled himself to resist such temptations and to tackle his responsibilities early each morning. He recognized that conquering the morning was essential to mastering the day and ultimately achieving success in life. Although he might not have heard the phrase, "the early bird catches the worm," he certainly grasped the importance of starting the day well. I adhere to 3 key actions for a productive morning. 1. Journaling. Upon waking, I jot down my daily tasks and reflect on the previous day, noting my successes and areas for improvement. This practice helps me form a morning habit, contemplate my life, and stay aware of my goals and behavior. Journaling allows me to create a habit every morning and reflect on my life, reminding me of what I need to do and how I need to act. 2. Physical activity. Engaging in some form of exercise is crucial. Whether it's a walk, a gym session, or a run, getting my body moving wakes me up and prepares my mind for the day ahead. You don't have to engage in intense sports, just get moving, and it will wake you up and put your mind at ease. 3. Focus on work. Once the first 2 steps are completed, I am ready to concentrate on my work with a clear and energized mind. This focus allows me to tackle the tasks in front of me efficiently. Rule 2. Concentrate on what you can control. The Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on what is within our control and disregarding what is not. Grasping this concept can make you more practical and save you from wasting time on unnecessary worries. Understanding this principle helps you avoid many frustrations and unnecessary suffering, allowing you to focus on achieving your goals. For instance, in sports, you can control your own performance, but not the outcome, the respect of your opponent, or the crowd's reaction. By concentrating on your actions rather than external factors, you can likely improve your performance. Apply this mindset to all areas of your life. Understanding this will make you much more practical, and you will waste less time worrying about things that don't deserve it. Once you understand this, you will avoid many frustrations and suffering situations, knowing what is worth focusing on to achieve the goals you set for yourself. Rule 3. Don't suffer over imagined problems. Life's uncertainties often lead to thoughts that cause us distress. While this is normal, it's crucial to realize that most of the negative scenarios we imagine never actually occur. As Seneca put it, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Try to stay present and calm, and you will find that the feared event often does not materialize. In life, situations of uncertainty will generate thoughts that will make us suffer. This is something totally normal, but if we think carefully about it, most of the negative situations we imagine may occur never happen. As Seneca wisely noted, we are more frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Try to focus on the present and stay calm. Chances are that the bad thing you imagine might happen to you will not end up happening in the end. Rule 4. Treat success and failure equally. Marcus Aurelius used a metaphor to explain this principle. He described all men as being like a rock, which neither gains nor loses anything, whether it is thrown up or falls down. Whether your day starts with a promotion or ends with a layoff, you remain the same person. In fact, negative experiences often teach us more than positive ones. Be grateful for everything that happens to you, regardless of whether it is good or bad, because you can learn from every situation. Marcus Aurelius had an interesting metaphor. He said that all men are like a rock. He would throw the rock up in the air and say it neither gains anything by going up nor loses anything by going down. It remains the same rock, whether the day starts with a promotion or ends with a layoff. You are still the same person. Negative situations in life usually teach us many things, making them even more useful than positive situations. Feel grateful for everything that happens to you, no matter if it is good or bad, because no matter what happens, you are still the same, and you will be able to learn from any situation. Rule 5. Focus on one task each day. This rule can be interpreted in two ways. For those without goals, it emphasizes the importance of setting at least one goal each day, no matter how small. For those with many goals, it suggests taking one step at a time to maintain focus. Striving to achieve at least one goal daily, whether simple or complex, can significantly enhance your life. This rule should not be applied literally. By doing one thing every day, I mean two situations. The first is for people who live without goals. It is important to focus on one goal to achieve each day, no matter how small. Living without goals turns a potentially extraordinary life into a mediocre one. The second is for people with many goals. Having big ambitions is not bad, but focus on taking one step at a time. Focusing on too many things at once can make you lose focus on what is really important. With this rule, I invite you to try to achieve at least one goal you set for yourself every day. It doesn't matter if it is something basic or something very complex. Strive to achieve it. Rule 6. Avoid the easy path. Whenever you aim to achieve something, remember that there is no easy route to success. Worthwhile achievements require effort. Consider the biographies of successful individuals. Their accomplishments are always the result of hard work and discipline. Difficult paths build character, teach valuable lessons, and encourage perseverance. The difference between those who achieve great things and those who don't often lies in their willingness to endure effort and sacrifice. Think of anyone you consider successful and read their biography. You will see that everything that person has achieved has been accomplished through hard work and discipline. In fact, that is the key to their success. Difficult paths build your character, make you learn from your mistakes, and encourage you to persevere. The difference between those who achieve great goals and those who don't is your tolerance for effort and sacrifice. Anyone can choose the easy path. That is why very few always achieve what they set out to do. Rule 7. Question the necessity of your actions. Reflect on your actions and ask yourself if they are truly necessary. If you can't find a worthwhile reason, those actions are likely unnecessary. How do we know if what we do is necessary? Ask yourself, why do you do the things you do? Find a valuable reason, something worthwhile. If you don't find that valuable reason, what you do is unnecessary in your life. Rule 8. Embrace your destiny. Life doesn't always go as planned. Seneca said, "Fortune behaves as it pleases," a statement proven by his own life, which was marred by health problems and political exile. Most aspects of Seneca's life were beyond his control. The only thing he could control was his reaction to these events. He chose to view them positively. Life will present both good and bad situations, and it's up to you to decide how to handle them. Look for the positive in every circumstance, rather than living in constant regret. Things don't always turn out the way we want them to. It is a fact of life. As Seneca said, "Fortune behaves as it pleases." His own life was proof of that. Health problems interrupted his political career, and the emperor exiled him. He managed to return, only to have the same thing happen to him again. Almost everything was out of Seneca's control. The only part that was up to him was how he decided to view those events and what he decided to do with them. He chose to see them as a good thing and used them. Life will make you live through good and bad situations. It is up to you to see them positively. If you look for the positive side of every situation, you will stop living in constant regret. Rule 9. Engage with the wisdom of the past. The founder of Stoicism, Zeno of Citium, was advised by an oracle to talk to the dead after losing all his wealth. This advice referred to reading the works of past philosophers. Reading allows us to access the thoughts and insights of people who lived long ago. While modern society often chases the latest trends, it's important not to overlook the wealth of knowledge preserved in books. We have the extraordinary opportunity to converse with the greatest minds of history who can offer guidance and wisdom for our lives. Zeno of Citium, founder of Stoicism, suffered a shipwreck and lost all his wealth. After this tragic incident, he received a peculiar prophecy from the Oracle of Delphi. Talk to the dead. These words referred to reading the great philosophers of the past, but Zeno did not understand it at first, so he decided to ask a bookseller for advice and read the works of Xenophon. This was the beginning of his journey to becoming a philosopher and founding Stoicism. Reading gives us access to the thoughts and reflections of people who lived thousands of years ago. Modern society focuses on novelty, on the present moment. However, we cannot overlook the wisdom of the past. In books, we can converse with the greatest minds of history and receive advice and teachings for our lives. This is an extraordinary opportunity that we often overlook. Rule 10. Be strict with yourself and compassionate with others. Stoics maintain strict personal standards and strong opinions about right and wrong. However, it's essential to be understanding and forgiving toward others who may not share your perspective. Marcus Aurelius advised leading by example rather than judging those who don't act as you would like. Demonstrating the right way through your actions is the most effective way to influence others. It is important to set high standards for yourself and have strong opinions about what is right and what is wrong. However, it is equally important to understand that others may not always act according to your standards. Marcus Aurelius advised leading by example rather than judging others. Show the right way through your actions and be compassionate toward those who may not follow the same path. Demonstrating the right way through your actions is the most effective way to influence others. Rule 11. Remember that you die every day. Seneca warned against the common mistake of viewing death as a distant event. He believed that death is a process happening every moment as time passes. Recognizing this can change how you live your life. Instead of procrastinating, strive to make the most of the time you have. Live fully, leave nothing unfinished, and cherish each moment as it comes. Many people mistakenly think of death as something that happens only at the end of life, when in reality, death is a process that happens every moment. Every second that passes is one less second we have to live. Seneca warned us not to live life procrastinating, putting off important things. He reminded us to live fully, to leave nothing unfinished, and to appreciate every moment as it comes. Conclusion. What do you think of these Stoic rules? Do you have any authors you would add? I look forward to reading your thoughts in the comments. Personally, I strive to apply these principles in my own life. It's not always easy, and I often forget, but I try to remind myself regularly. Stoicism, like life, requires effort and discipline, but it is ultimately rewarding. By following these 11 Stoic principles, you can navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and resilience. Remember, the journey to self-improvement is ongoing, and each step you take brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Until next time.